I'm a big believer in UA&P's IMC program. As a young resident in Unilever, I had the chance to work on one of the country's biggest brands in a brilliant marketing company and the chance to work with inspiring leaders. And it's because of IMC that I spent 15 years of my career there. The IMC program gives you an edge because you get to work in a real company doing real marketing with some of the industry's best leaders. And in many cases, it can open the doors to a flourishing career.
You should expect the most difficult time of your life. No, you should expect the most interesting time of your lives, because once you enter the communications program in the University of Asia and the Pacific, you will be put into real-world situations with real-world repercussions, because your teachers are from the industry and the way you create an impression with them reverberates in the industry.
Having industry leaders as teachers also allowed me to build relations with them, build rapport, such that when I was in my 5th year, it was actually one of my teachers that then offered me a position in an ad agency.
Someone who has been to both agency side and client side, I can say that there is no clear-cut answer to that. But the best way to know that, cliche as it may sound, is through experience. I learned early on that I like to be in the client side, but the other way around may work for you. Although at the end of the day, don't worry if you don't think you fit in either. It's a choose your adventure type of thing that's really not limited to just 2 choices.
First of all, I didn't count units. It all boils down to 2 things. First is to turn off all distractions. You will also be able to learn a lifelong skill. It's the lifelong skill of managing your precious time and energy. The second thing that helped me manage life and school was to not wait for things to pile up before I get things done. I know that's easier said than done, but trust me, it makes all the difference. Everything you will learn in IMC is something that you'll be able to apply into your future job or business.
What I learned in IMC that I carry over with me from school to work is definitely number 1, professionalism and effectivity when it comes to working with people as a leader or as a colleague. Also, IMC taught me a lot about strategic thinking. It taught me how to clarify my thoughts, how to be a clear communicator, as well as to develop strategic plans that are rooted in facts, as well as real consumer insight. And lastly, IMC has taught me very core, critical marketing and communication principles that are relevant up to this very day and even beyond.
So 13 years after taking my IMC program, I've learned that it's really contributed to my professional development for 2 main reasons. The first one is it really teaches you a work ethic that makes you stand out amongst your peers. It stretches you to think critically of things that you are asked to read. It gets you to work in groups and collaborate really well. It puts you under so much pressure, and so you learn how to cope with high pressure situations. I think the second reason why I found it super valuable is it has really taught me to have a real insight into how the human psyche works. Through my classes in consumer insights and how to communicate effectively.
When I was back in UA&P, I really didn't know what I was going to take until I found out that the IMC program used actual professionals to teach the students, and that's what convinced me to join. And I got my first job because my teacher was actually a ECD, and my ECD today, or my CCO today, was my teacher as well.
I think the biggest contribution of IMC in my career is really the discipline. Because this discipline that I carried out over the years has been helping me in everything that I do at work. Even participating in pitches, leading projects for my clients, and even leading the expertise that's expected of me in this network.
Most people think that IMC is all about selling and promoting products, but I believe that IMC can create a change in society by bringing awareness, engagement, and sustainability over causes and special concerns that need the spotlight.
The first time I worked with an alumni from IMC program of UA&P was 15 years ago. I was still in Unilever back then. We were blown away by the talent that we met. It's not just about the hard marketing skills, which I observed to be really, really strong. It's also the soft skills. I think the whole idea of leadership, the whole traits of being collaborative and working with different teams. I actually thought that they have that EQ. And I would like to think that it's because of the way the program was designed in terms of really producing these graduates. And even when I now move to Google, I've seen that the talent coming from the IMC program remain to be very, very strong.
In my 29 years of working in the advertising industry, I've worked with so many graduates from the University of Asia Pacific. And what I could truly say about them is they're one of the most brilliant minds I've worked with. They are very thorough in thinking. They're very clear thinkers. And what sets them apart is that they're humble. They're very humble in what, for example, when they think of an idea, they just don't selfishly, own it, like how we have big egos in this industry. They're not like that at all. They're very collaborative. They're fun to be with, but being a nun myself in my earlier days, it puts me to shame how they're so they've kept their values intact. In this industry where you say advertising and you have the word sin in the middle of the word, they're very, very good creative people.
First of all, I think the IMC graduates at least those who we work with under my team directly, are the ones who are able to be very adept at doing things for the first time and still doing it very, very well. The other thing that I also notice with them is that they're very humble actually to be able to accept that they don't know this side, but they're very willing to learn. There's that high eagerness to learn. It's something I can really appreciate and something that is convincing. They really come across as very, very, very professional.